Hit record. Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to this CTFO Zoom event. My name is Adam Levy from Canton, Connecticut. Glad you could join us tonight for Tuesday Night Live. We do it every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. A lot of great stuff to get to tonight. Before I forget, though, big announcement tonight at 9:30. We're going to mute Richard out. He's making a lot of noise. At 9 o'clock Eastern tonight, Stu Finger will be doing a training on the Ready, Set, Go app. That's happening this evening, 9 p.m. Eastern. That's at ctfowebinar.com. You can also find that link in your back office. That was in lieu of the Super Saturday. They decided to do it on a Tuesday. People were traveling, and that should be a really great training that Stu puts together for us all tonight. I'm also going to be doing some training on the Ready, Set, Go app. We've got some really excited people that are using this app, that are having a lot of fun with it, and thought I would pull up somebody right now, and then I'm going to share with my screen, and I'm going to go over a couple of different topics on the app and how well it's working. Before I get started, I have to read you a testimony from a friend of mine. Her name is Joanne. Joanne is she's a friend that's been involved in the business for a while. I've known her for over 20 some odd years. She's been kind of one of those distributors that's always, around and really a loyal friend and distributor. And she got on the training last week. She watched the replay that we did. And this is what she wrote me the following day. She says, I watched your video on the app training, and I'm doing exactly as you showed. Thank you so much for all you do. I'm addicted to this app, and I'm having trouble keeping up with all those wanting information. Isn't that the greatest message to get? So I just thought I'd share that because, Joanne's not $1 million earner in the industry or anything like that. She's just, one of your rank and file, networkers that just been around a while, and it's just having a blast with this app. So if you're not sure about it yet, if you haven't downloaded it yet, if you haven't spent any time on it, you want to make sure you do. There's also a really great setup video in the back office. It's a banner in the back office. It's the one on the right-hand side. I believe it's Jonathan over at the home office that does an amazing job of how to set up the app, how to download the app. There's a second banner which has you download the app. You can operate the app on your phone, which is good. If you have a tablet, you can operate it on a tablet. If you have a desktop, there's also a desktop interaction, and I'll share some of that with you guys tonight and some of the differences as well. But people are having a lot of fun with it. Let's see if we can go to, I'm gonna find, where did he go? Where did Richard go? Richard, you still there? There he is. Richard, what a great name. Richard Profit. Unbelievable. What a great last name for being in our business. Richard, how are you tonight?
I'm doing awesome.
I know you got a chance to say hi to Stu yesterday, and you shared with him how excited you were about our business. Talk to us a little bit about how this app has kind of made it fun for you. I know you're brand new, and by the way, welcome to the team.
Yeah, I've been in now, I think maybe right at a week, thereabout. But Mike Belcher's the one that got me into this business, and I do my due diligence. It took me about 3 weeks to investigate everybody and everything. And after seeing the testimonials and all the videos, I was sold. The biggest thing is this is more about the people than it is about the dollar. We all here to do what we got to do to make a living, but this is going to help more people than it is to me anything, and that's more important than me. The money will follow because we're technology ahead of everybody.
That's awesome, and you're having some fun with this app already, right?
Oh gosh, yeah. I've been using, like I said, I was in, and I think I moved up to number 10 in the both of the contests. I'm not sure where I'm at now, but I spent all day working trying to get a desktop version to work. Oh no, a phone version to work on a computer, and I finally figured it out and got it to work. But then I found out we had a desktop version also. I thought it was the old version. But there's a way to have both of them done if you want them done.
Yeah, we appreciate you working through that because I was like, why is he seeing something different? And what Richard had done was he had downloaded the app onto a tablet or a computer that acted like a tablet. So he had the app on a tablet and calling it a computer, and it will work very similarly on any kind of a tablet as it will. Let's call it a mobile device, right? But there is also a browser version that I'll be sharing with you guys and show you, how you can log into that in your back office as well. But go through the setup if you haven't done that yet. The setup video is key. It'll make all the difference in the world. And then what you'll want to do is be adding contacts. And as we shared last week, we haven't, added a lot of contacts. I've only added, if I look at my app here, I've only added 158 contacts to my app, and you do it through the wizard, and I'll talk about some of the differences here. The wizard, which is the import wizard, that is only on the phone. It's only on the phone app or the mobile app. And what that does is it enables you to, it accesses your contacts. And let's talk about this because, really everybody who's new to our business has a smartphone. You've had a smartphone now for about 15 years. There's about 15 years worth of prospects that are on here. People you don't even know who they are anymore. You don't even remember who they are, but they're in there, and you can check a box next to their name, and you keep checking those boxes and going through the alphabet, and then you hit one button, and all those contacts you've checked will be imported into the app, and then you're going to be able to have a lot of fun sending out the messages to the app. And like I said, there was a couple of approaches last week. There was a curiosity approach with a message A and message B on the opportunity, and I'll point that out as well. And then there was, getting an opinion on this new marketing page for this innovative product. That's the one that I was using. Steve Curry was using the business card approach, the digital business card approach, where he was just letting people know he started a new business. Here's my card. Check it out, keep it on file, that kind of a thing. So there's a couple of different approaches that people use. And I'm going to share, let's see, my back office right now. Let's see if we can do that real quick.
Hey, Adam, do you want us to ask questions in the chat or?
Yeah, if you do, that would be fantastic. And that way we can get to those and that will be helpful,
Right.
I think,
Okay,
as well.
great.
And I know, Charlie, one of your questions from the past was, can I do this just from the back office? I'm not much of a thumb person or an app person. I'm more of a working on a computer person. And I gave that some thought and kind of looked into it. And again, it's one of the reasons why I wanted to share some of the differences. Again, the wizard is not, the import wizard is only on the app. However, in the back office, as you'll see in a minute, there is something called, or you're able to import things via CSV file. So that, might be something that you'd be interested in doing. Also, let's see if we can find that real quick. Hold on, guys. Sharing is always a challenge to find what I want to share. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let's figure it out. Is this the one? Yes, okay. Now it'll be easier for me to see it. Please hold. Okay, sharing that. Where'd it go? All right, that's not it. That's not it. Okay. Sorry, guys. You have to give me a second here to find the thing I'm trying to share. It's on my desktop, it's just not pulling up. Okay, I think this is it. Okay, good. Everybody see my desktop okay? You can see that? So here we are in the back office. I'm gonna go to the dashboard of it. And there's a link in your back office that says Ready, Set, Go, login. You'll click on that and log into the Rapid Funnel, which is our Ready, Set, Go app. And this is the back office. You can see some of my stats. Not too bad, 52%. Over half of the people I've sent information to have actually looked at something. Not a bad deal, right? Let's see, email sent 33. Not sure how accurate that is. Here's the contest and the promo. Current contest. Let's see, that's current contest. Oh, okay, then you can click on, there's 2 contests that are going on. And here's the leaders, current rank. I'm ranked number 9, it says. How about that? Hey, as long as you're in the top 10, you get free product. That's not a bad deal. All right, but what I want to do is go to the contacts now and show you, here's the contacts. And again, I've imported these not through CSV file, although that is an option right here, import from CSV. I've done it with the wizard in the app itself. But I want to show you something. When you click on the people, here's something that says view and or edit. You click on that. Here's my friend Greg. It gives you some details about Greg, and it shows the score that the system has given him. And why did he give him that score? Well, this is the activity. This is the things that he did to get those points. He actually clicked on some things, which is nice. He's watched about a little over 6 minutes worth of videos. Not a bad deal. So, you know, I've got some information about, you know, my contacts here, and I can add notes, and then I can send resources. And here's the thing that I will point out when it comes to sending resources. So I'll click on send a resource, and it asks me, how do I want to send it? Do I want to do Facebook? Do I want to send it in Twitter? Do I want to send it in LinkedIn? Do I want to email it? Or do I just want to copy a link to that resource? If I were to click on email, for instance, I can select the resources here. This again mirrors what's in the app. It also mirrors what is over here under resources. Get out of that. And again, you see it is very much, mirrored what you'll see on the app. And if you open each one of these up, you'll see that they pretty much have the same format. On Share Opportunity, you've got invite, peak interest, follow up, enroll. On Share Glutamist, you have invite, peak interest, follow up, and shop. And each one of these has their own content in it. And as we talked about earlier, the curious message is a message that a lot of people are using. I'll preview it for you. Again, don't worry about the code that's in there. They don't see the code. But I was curious, have you heard about glutathione? This was worked really, really well. I got to tell you, I had somebody say, yeah, you know, I have heard of glutathione. And then that was the second message, the follow-up, B. And the follow-up was, great, I came across a company that has found a better way to deliver glutathione to the body, not shots or intravenous. I want to get your thoughts on it, not just from a health perspective, but the business side. Would you take a look? So, excuse me, that message was sent, the second one that I sent, and this person got kind of excited about what I sent after that. They said, sure, just send it. And then I went, I guess it's still under invite. And then I did invite to ready, set, go. Let's see what that one says. Oh, that's still a peak interest one. Once they accept and say, yes, I would like to know more, I sent them my ready, set, go page. That's what I sent, ready, set, go. And that's that custom page. You guys know what that looks like. There's 2 versions of it. So you're going to use these. Now, what I will say to you is this. Don't just send messages without looking at what the messages say. You know, when you're sending a series of messages to people, the first few, like the ones I just shared with you, that's pretty good the way those are set up, right? This is real simple. You send that one, and then you can send this one, not a problem. Boom, you send those. You don't sound like a cyborg, okay? It's conversational the way those 2 run together. When you start sending some of the other ones, though, you might want to add some content to it, right? And this is a little easier, I think, to do on the phone, because when you click it on the phone, you're not getting the code, right? You're not getting this programming code, right? So it's a little easier for you to add stuff. So, hey, I've created a digital page. Okay, that was one of the approaches. Let me go back to peak interest. So if somebody says, yeah, I'm interested. So there's the custom page. Boom, I send them the custom page. But there's a message that goes with that. And let's see if we can show what that looks like. How do you want to send it? In an email, Okay, so this is what the email would say, and or what the message would say. Hi, first name. Here's the link. Thanks from Adam Levy. So I might add something here. Hi, Greg. So glad you are doing well, right? Or it's been a long time. Glad that you're doing whatever. Here's that link. I might add something because you want to personalize it a little bit, and you want to make sure that it says what it's supposed to say or what you would like it to say, so it doesn't seem so regimented. But it's nice that it's all set up for you and ready to go, because half the battle for a new person is, what do I send? Now, what's going to happen is you're going to get email notifications, and this is really kind of cool. Let me just see if I can share that instead. Email notification. Here's one right here. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So this is what the emails look like. So my inbox is full of these emails of people that I have sent information to, sent videos to. And here's my friend Kim. She's clicked on this link, and I kind of, see that she's clicked on it. And so what do I do when she's clicked on that? I'm going to send her another message. Okay, I'm going to send her another message, and when I do that, I'm going to do it in a way that, or I'm going to add something to that message. Maybe a comment and say, hey, I'm glad I noticed that you've taken a look. Hope you're enjoying these videos. Here's an additional one I thought you might have interest. So I might insert something like that in. Again, make it personal and personable. So let's see, the other thing I wanted to point out on that. Oh, so there's a feature here, and I go, this is a little bit more advanced, but I want to show you it, because even though there's really great content in these messages, right? There's great pages in these messages. There's a lot of great stuff that gets shared, and it's not going to instantly end up in this app. So there's a section here called personal, right? And under personal, so here's the company. That's all the stuff that the company has already provided for you. And then there's personal, and you can add a resource. Now, there's a category here. You had to pick a category. I picked health and fitness because that's just what was the best category when you're adding a resource. And if you notice here, I have 3 resources that are things that I put together myself. And I'll show you how to do it. It's not real hard to do. Here's one that is Dr. Mark Hyman. If you haven't seen this yet, he does a great talk on glutathione. Just recently, Dr. Stephen Trobiani did a talk, right, on the glutamist itself. Powerful, not very long, great to have, great to send as a follow-up. And then you've got Dr. Zinni talking about glutamist versus IV glutathione. These are all videos that I really, really liked and want to send to my prospects to give them more information that is above and beyond what the company has put into these different options, okay? So to do that, you click on Add a Resource, and here's the resource. Now, this is where copy and paste comes in handy. And I gotta say, this is something you're gonna wanna do, and I think you can only do this in your back office, I should say in your desktop version of the app, right? It's the only way you can do this. Now, I've got a couple of different tabs open here, and I put together a video recently. This is the video. You all have access to it. It's at the Biz Builders YouTube page. And I've just copied that. URL, and I'm going to bring it in here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to copy the URL yet because I don't need it yet. I'm going to copy the name. There it is right here. Glutamist. Edit. Copy. You guys watching how to copy and paste? Here we go. Paste. Okay, that's the title. Let's see, glutamist for the rest of us. I'm gonna add something to that because I believe this one is 2 minutes. Take 2 minutes. How about we say take 2 minutes? No, I'm not even gonna do that. It's only 2 minutes. It's not that long. We'll just leave it like that. External description, there it is. I'm just pasting that in there, guys. You don't have to be too technical. What type of resource it is, it's gonna be a link. And again, the category, here were the categories. They should probably add some better categories. I'm going to just put it back in health and fitness. I'm going to click continue. Okay, great. So first name, it's going to pull in their first name. Here it is, and that's the resource name. Not positive how well that's working, but I'm going to double check it. We're going to look. Here's the link. Thanks. Placeholders. Okay, so this is formatted for emails, and this is formatted for the message. Okay, don't be afraid of what I'm sharing with you guys. This is all pre-populated right here. What's the important thing? The link, right? Gonna go back. Here it is. Edit, copy. Going back here, edit, paste. Okay, now that's what it is. Content placeholders. Yeah, it's just telling you what they are. No big deal. I'm gonna hit save. Okay, you have reached your limit. Oh, ooh, I have a limit. Look at that. I have to upgrade to premium if I want more than 3. Well, that's good to know. We're all learning something here today, folks. So anyway, but that's the process of how you're gonna add those. So I might need to delete one of these if I really wanted to add that one. If I stop using one of these and I wanted to add that, that's what I would do. As a matter of fact, I might just do that here, but I'm not gonna do it because we just went through it. So anyway, that would show up here. But now when I'm out there sharing, I'm able to use these personal ones and be able to share those with people as well as the ones from the company, which are really kind of nice. All right, let's see if people have any questions on anything we've covered thus far. Going to questions, there's the chat. Okay. Do we get all of that information on contacts in the free app, or is that a paid one? Great question, Julie. I haven't paid for the app. I want to see what's for free, right? I want to see how that works. I want to train people on free because free is duplicatable, right? There's no barriers to entry. I'm not showing you anything fancy here. What I will show you, however, is a little sneaky thing that I found. And I'm going to share that right now. Please hold, because that is a great question. And just give me a sec while you guys can see my phone. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Okay, so now everybody's looking at my phone screen. And if we go into the app, this is what the app looks like. And again, easier to do this with your thumbs, I think, than to be trying to log in and do all that. Because this is, you stay logged in here, which is kind of nice. Here's that leaderboard, by the way. Let's see who's at the top of the leaderboard. I think my friend Steve got knocked off the top. He's now number 2. John Hill passing him by with 60. Let's see, I'm number 8. Joanne Plazeski, who I read that testimony from, she's number 5. And as you see, we go down this list here. There's some people we know. There's Richard. Richard, you're number 16. All right, you're gaining. Anyway, this is the contest that's going on right now. Top 10 win a glutamus, and that ends tonight, by the way. So whatever it shows up as tonight, that's who gets the glutamus, and then there'll be another contest. So again, it's gamified the activities of building our business, which is really kind of cool. And again, I'll share with you what I'm sharing with a prospect. I'm going to go to my contacts. Okay, so here's my friend Kim again, right? There she is. By the way, you can change the star value. It's your own coding system with that. You decide what it's worth. I tell people, look, if they're going to respond in any way, meaning that their phone number was correct and they said, yeah, send it, I'm going to give them at least a star. If they keep watching stuff, I'm going to add more stars, right? I had one gal, after sending a few, she actually picked up the phone and she called me and then got started, right? I had somebody else earlier. I've had a couple of people already start the business in just the last week and change using this app. But I wanted to show you that little eyeball above Kim there. If you see that little eyeball right there, I'm going to click on the eyeball, and it's going to tell me when I first sent it and when she first clicked on it. And then I'm going to click that arrow to the right. And if you notice, it's going to give me her activity log. And this, I think, is a little bit of a sneaky way to get some of the information that you probably would get in more detail in the paid app. But as you can see, these are the things that she's clicked on. They've blurred out what the items are, although you can still read them. And it tells you that they clicked on a link. Oh, this one, it says viewed 100%. This one viewed 3%, and so on. So you can see the kind of percentage of the amount of activity. Also, tasks. You can add a follow-up task. You want to add something, when to follow up with Kim, and that will also go into your computer's calendar as well. It's connected if you let it, and then you can of course take notes on this. Now, if you were to just be on Kim's page here and you clicked on activity log, it would tell you to upgrade to Pro. So I just showed you a little sneaky way to get in, and that is by clicking the eyeball. And it's a little sneaky backdoor so you can see a little bit more of the detail. Also, they do some of that in the desktop version. You can see some of that as well. So I just wanted to point that out. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to cover on here. All right, see if we have any other questions. I'll stop sharing my screen for a second. All right, getting depression. What you are showing is in the paid plan. Oh, no, sorry, everything's free. Sorry, Charlie, everything's free. Couldn't you just file that under another subtitle category? Oh, that's a good question, Deb. No, I don't believe so. I think that you only have, unless you're paying for it, I think they'll only let you add 3 things. But, you got 3 hot things that you can add yourself and share. That's not a bad deal, right? I mean, again, it doesn't cost anything. It's a little extra. Plus, everything you really should need, for the most part, is going to be already laid out in the company side. And we can always have those things adjusted, and we'll be adding to them and massaging them as well. If you want to send the comp plan video that I do in 14 minutes is already on there, right? It's already on the company side of those resources. All right, let's see. Oh, Courtney on the call is in 4th place. Nice. Thanks for pointing that out, Al. All right, does anybody have any other questions that I can cover on the app right now? I do want to, you just raise your hand or pop them in there. I do want to talk to you just a little bit about, really controlling your emotional weather when it comes to prospecting. Remember, some of these people you haven't talked to in a decade, right? These are people that have been stuck in your phone forever. You just never deleted them. And so you added them and you thought you would just share some information with them, and that's great. Some of these people are looking and you just don't even remember who they are. It does happen that way. And just know that, you can't get emotionally wrapped up in the results of whether a person looks or not. The biggest challenge that most people have in network marketing is they do not have enough conversations started at the same time. If you import 10 people and you send a curiosity message to 10 people and none of them or one of them says, yeah, I'd like to look, how excited are you? You've only got one. And what if that one doesn't work out? Then what happens, right? Where's your emotional weather at that point, right? Versus if you import 158 people like I did, and I know Steve did like 143. I mean, I still have, thousands of people in here, but those are just the ones I imported. And you send out, 40, 50 messages. And you end up with half of those people interacting with you, people you haven't talked to in years. What is your emotional weather like at that point, right? Because here's the reality, folks. Some of the people, some of those seeds that you plant, some of those messages and conversations that you start, some of them are going to, fall on rocky soil, and some of them are the wind's going to get them, right? The cares of the world are going to get them, and they're just going to bug out. Some of them will fall on fertile ground and take seed and take root, and will grow into a really healthy prospect and or associate. And, and the birds are going to get some of them too, right? The birds are going to get some of that seed, and, you can spend your time chasing the birds, but, you look silly to people looking on to you. So don't do that. Just keep planting, right? Keep sowing the seeds, keep sending out messages, keep starting conversations. What I love about what the app does for people in our business is it takes what they're supposed to be doing that very few people actually do, and it makes it fun. It makes it simple. It gives them the what to say, right? And the tool to say it. And if you can just, get out of your own way, stop worrying about what they're going to think, or, whether or not, they're going to be offended or whatever. I mean, if you think about these messages, they're really, really appropriate for reaching out to people who you haven't talked to in a while. And they're really non-confrontational, and people are just excited to start a conversation. The other thing too, I'll point out, is that there are some folks that maybe you don't have them in your contacts, right? But they're Facebook friends. So how do you do it with a Facebook friend? I had a Facebook friend that I was chatting with today, and we started a conversation, and I added them as a contact, just a one-off contact. I added them. But now that they were a contact, you just hit the plus sign, under contacts, and you can just add them in. I had none of their details. I didn't have the phone number. I didn't have their email address. I just added their name. And then they're now in the contacts. And now I can send them a resource. Of course, I can't send them a text because I don't have their phone number. I can't send them an email. I don't have their email address. But where did I find them? Social media. So I click on the social media icon, and I go click on Messenger, and now I send them that resource through Messenger, and it's tracked, and I know if they've watched it or not. I know what's going on with them. So I might have even started the conversation just on Messenger, but then I'm like, you know what? I want to know if they're looking at stuff. So I add them as a contact, a one-off, put them in there, and then I send them the resource through the app, through Messenger, and now I'm getting emails and notifications that they're looking at stuff. And I just keep sending stuff, right? If they look at something, I send something else. And I might ask a question in between. Don't be afraid to just pick up the phone and say something in the, in the communication, in the text string that isn't about the app, right? Glad you're looking at these. Love to set up a call with you at some point if you have questions. When would be a good time? Oh, by the way, there's something else I want to shoot. I'm going to send you, and then I'll go back to the app and I'll send that resource. So play with it, have fun with it. Just know that you're starting conversations as a real person, even though you're using high tech, right? And you want to be personable and build a relationship with them. I had one prospect who's a friend of mine from a while ago, and I wasn't paying close attention to the messages. And in my phone book, her husband's name was there as well. So it was Mark and Tina. And so I was, Mark and Tina and their last name. And so when I was sending her the messages, it was only pointing the first name, and it was calling her Mark. so she said, are you using AI? I said, no, sorry about that. And, so you got to kind of pay attention to what you're doing there and how they're listed in your contacts. If you list people as a couple, just keep an eye out for that. Okay. All right. Let's see. We'll open it up. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to. How do I send to a marketplace person? What's a marketplace person? Is that marketplace on Facebook? If that's the case, then first of all, you probably want to be their friend. So you were to friend them on Facebook, right? If there's somebody that you, excuse me, if you met on Marketplace, if that's what we're talking about. And then again, do what I said to do, is add them as a contact and then message them through Messenger, through the app. Really easy to do. And that way things will be tracked. Great question though. All right. The marketplace person, yes, right. The marketplace person doesn't pop up, correct, because you're not friends. I believe you do need to be friends with them. Do you have to be friends? No, I don't know about that. You might have to be friends. I don't think you have to, but it's possible that you have to be friends for them to pop up on Messenger like that. Yeah, that's quite possible. Maybe they have to at least be a friend on Messenger. I'm sorry.
Adam, that's
Facebook.
correct. They have to be your friends on Messenger for you to send a message.
Correct.
Or friends of yours.
Absolutely. So that's how that worked for me today with the woman I was chatting with today. I started on Messenger. We were already friends. And so when I went through the app, it was able to pull that up. I was able to find her on Messenger, right? Because it's searching Messenger your messenger, connections. Great questions. Al, I know you're having some fun with it. What are some of your thoughts, my friend?
Well, I know a lot of people, especially a couple of people that are on this call, are doing pretty well with it. Eliminates the talking with the people. Sometimes people are afraid of picking up the phone and talking to people, and this eliminates it, and it's very simple for them to do follow-ups and everything with it. That's what I say. It's very duplicatable, and eliminates picking up the phone. And that I know, and we know, Adam, you and me know, and Cowboy knows, and everybody. The hardest thing is picking up the phone and calling people, and this eliminates it. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I think this is a great app for everybody. It's very duplicatable.
Absolutely, 100%. And you do eventually want to pick up the phone, obviously, but it's nice when they're really excited to chat with you because they've seen the Dr. Zinni videos and they've watched and they've seen the Ready Set Go landing pages and they've watched a bunch of different things. Now it's a little bit easier because now you're pretty much just fielding questions and maybe setting up three-way calls, three-way Zooms, things of that nature. So makes it a lot easier. And as I said, for the new person, it's just real simple. Gives them the what to do, what to say. And imagine if every new person that you brought on imported 50 to 100 people from their phone and just started sending out curiosity messages. I mean, how much more exposure would your business have if that were going on versus, what most people do when they get started is they don't know what to say, they don't know how to approach, they don't know all those things. And so here's a way that automates that, which is really exciting. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining me. Again, there's going to be more training on this. I don't know how much detailed it will be like ours was tonight. I try to do the stuff where you can see what's going on in the back office and kind of do a hands-on version. But I'm sure Stu's training tonight at 9, coming up in 20 minutes, will be phenomenal on the app. So ctfowebinar.com. As always, thanks for joining me on Tuesday Night Live. We do it every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Everybody have a really, really fantastic week. Love you all. Bye-bye for now.